Okay, cool. Okay. Hello, Tina. Good, I can see your face. Good. Hello, Tina. I just want to say thank you so much for doing this. It's very much appreciated. Just to let you know, this will approximately take roughly an hour. Hopefully, we'll get it done less. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Before we start this, I'll explain the setup. We're literally just conducting two usability tests on two different websites. We will not be testing you in any way, shape, or form. I haven't worked on these websites at all. It's literally just ways we can give them feedback and also opportunities for them to improve. So yeah, that's the first thing. And yeah, let me explain. I'll be asking you various questions throughout the process. So if you have any questions as well or any feedback, please say what's on your mind. Speak out aloud. It will all be greatly appreciated. I think can you say something? Say hello, please, just so I can check if your mic.
Hi, sorry. Yeah, can you hear me?
No, yes, I can hear you. Thank you. I just want to check mic was okay. Yeah, I think we're good to go. A few things to keep in mind. Obviously, you do this anyway, but please be as candid as possible. If there's something you don't like, say it. If there's something you do like, please say it. If there's something you're not sure about, then please say it. I won't be able to help you, but please still say it. All of it is good feedback and is always greatly appreciated. Yeah. Is there anything you want to ask or anything you want to speak about?
No, that sounds fine. Thank you.
Good. Cool. So just before we start, I just need to ask you a few questions. And if you don't if you don't want to disclose it, that's fine. But if you do, that would be great. But yeah. So first question is, what is your occupation?
I'm head of HR systems and payroll for my local borough.
Oh, wow, pretty good, pretty cool. Where do you live? You don't have to give me the exact address, just about the area.
Croydon.
Nice.
Croydon.
Nice, thank you. How often do you access the internet?
Every day.
How do you access the internet? Do you use your phone? Do you use a laptop?
Both laptop and phone mainly.
Cool. Do you have broadband?
Yes, I do.
Yes. Do you use websites, apps, laptops all on your smartphone or on your laptop or both?
Both.
What sort of websites do you use for both? So
It really depends. I guess on my phone, it's usually more app-based, so social media platforms such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram would be more used on my smartphone. Whereas on the laptop, I would more use professional-based websites such as, I guess Google search engines or any of the corporate websites I'd need to access as part of my role.
good. Do you have you used a rental car before?
Yes, I have.
Um, how when was the last time you used a rental car?
Last year, December, so December 2023,
Was it for business or is it for rental purposes?
rental purposes.
Okay, good. Uh, what is the most important thing when you're looking for in renting a car? If you can remember, or
I think for me, it's probably how reliable the company is. So that the company being reliable, the company being recognized as professionals, and then the cost factor. So really, I want to get the best for my money. So something that's going to be reliable yet cost effective.
okay. So as in mind that is cost effective, do you compare rental car companies?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, Overall, how did you find renting the car? Was it an easy process? Was it hard or was there any concerns?
I found it pretty easy. I did it through my smartphone at the time. I didn't use my laptop for it. I found it really accessible, pretty easy to search what I needed to search for and look through the various options of cars and vans available to me. And I was able to book quite quickly. The communication sent to me via email seemed pretty fine. Overall, the experience was pretty good.
Okay, good, good, good. Okay, cool. Thank you for that. So yeah, we can actually start reviewing the websites now. So if you could just type in give me a second, enterprise.co.uk.
Can you see my screen okay, yeah?
Yes, I can. Yes,
Yep.
I can. And then if you can just maybe give me your first impressions of what you think of the homepage and maybe like have a scroll down as well.
I think it looks clear. Um, I like the bold green color. I think it's pretty attractive. It looks like it's quite accessible, so it looks like I can quite easily identify what type of vehicle I may need, whether it's a car or SUV or a van. So it's quite easy to navigate, I feel. Um, it looks pretty good. You know, it looks like you can also look at it for sort of your area as well. So depending on the need for the person, I guess there's various ways you could search for the information you needed. So it looks pretty straightforward to me.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so for can you see the search bar at the top, just where it says provider location?
Yeah,
Could you just type in a search for me? So you could type in Croydon
yep,
and then Croydon GB, and then if you
yep,
and then the date you're gonna go for is April 12th
yep,
to April 15th.
yep.
And if you can, and then if you can, and then yeah, just go through.
I, I don't have a corporate account number, but it doesn't look like it's a mandatory field, so I presume I can leave that blank.
Okay. Would you have an idea of what a corporate tree account number would be?
Not necessarily. I guess if I was booking it for a business use, maybe, but as a personal user, that's not adding any value to me. In fact, that's quite confusing.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and then yeah, if you could just do what you would do next.
Yep.
Thank you. And if you can just go through what you would do next and explain your thought process on on what you would do now.
I think to be honest, I'd be looking for the area first. So what suits me better.
Mm,
So at the time, the closest one I recognise would be Bedford from this list. So I'd probably click on Bedford. It's good that it gives you the options, but I'm thinking if I put in a specific postcode, it may tailor my search even more, I would have thought, rather than just Croydon. But what I recognise is Bedford, so I'm going to click Bedford, but it looks pretty easy. It's giving me options, which is good. So I'll click Bedford now. It does seem to me a little bit slow to get the data back.
you mean the website itself?
Yeah, the website's a little bit slower than what I would have thought it should be. I think I'm pretty sure when I used it on my smartphone last year in December, it was faster.
Mm, okay.
Um, so here, obviously, it's showing me the different vehicles, which is good. I think for me, I'd probably want to filter it for price. So I'd go to the filter filter icon here, sort and filter, and then go price low to high because I want to get the value for my money. I also want to put an additional filter on because I'd like an automatic car or vehicle because I don't drive manual. And I'd also like to go for an SUV type. So I like the fact that it lets you break it down into the different types to filter the search. So it means less time I've spent searching the website, I can filter it to what I need. So that's good.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I put number of passengers. Well, I'd be traveling on this occasion with 4, so I'll go for 4 plus passengers. And I don't mind the fuel type because it's only a rental, so that's okay. And I'll just click the results. So that looks pretty good to me. I think it's quite clear. I like the fact that you've got the picture as well as the detail of the car as well. And I like the fact that it's got the headlining detail, whether it's an automatic, the amount of people, the amount of luggage you can take on it with the price there. So that all looks really clear to me, which is good. I like that you can click here and find out further details at quite a quick glance rather than having to click into a lot of detail, which is good. The price looks clear as well. Again, that's good to see. I don't really have anything negative to say at this point. I think the search features and the filters work pretty well.
No, that's good. That's good. You're doing really well. You're doing really well. This is all good feedback. So
should I select one now?
Yeah, if you could select which one, yeah, if you could show us which one you would select, and then yeah.
So for me, I'd probably go for, I was booking this. It's a rental. I don't really need to spend loads on it, so I'd probably just go for the top one. So it meets what I need it to do, so I'll select that one. Okay, so here it's pay now or pay later. So, okay. So here, I guess it's giving me the 2 options. So if I pay now,
Yeah,
I pay that price. If I pay later, I have to pay more. So that's probably not really great, to be honest, because I think, even if you can't pay now, why should you have to pay more later? It's a bit of feedback around that. I don't think that's the best thing, to be honest.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll go for the pay now option for now, just to click it through the process. Again, super slow.
Yeah, it's a bit slow, isn't it? It's really slow.
Okay. Okay, here I like on the top ribbon that it's given me information on each step. So it's given me the dates again, what I've put in as my location, the vehicle I've selected, and it's told me that I'm on stage 4. So that's quite clear on the top ribbon, which is really good.
That's good. That's good.
So here it looks like any additional extras I may need. At this point of time, I can't tell me, there's no information around, oh, I guess there are when I click details, but at a top front, it's not telling me here what excess protection or roadside protection actually means.
Yeah.
So that's until I drill down, it's got it here. But if I wasn't to drill down, it's not that visible unless you press details to see what those costs actually relate to.
Yeah. 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 Thank you. That's good. That's really good.
I won't add anything extra on now, so I'll just continue to review if that's okay.
That's fine. That's good. It is a bit slow.
It's very slow.
If you can scroll down. I'm not going to ask you to put any of your details in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going to ask, what did you think of that whole process? Was it slow? Was it fast? Were there things that you didn't like? Or
Overall, I think the website was quite slow
yeah,
in terms of once we're clicking through each process, it did seem like it had a bit of a lag.
yeah,
So that was quite slow. Overall, I think the website's really clear. The search functionality is good. I really like the filters. It makes it easier for the user to navigate what they need to get to, because often people have to book things quite quickly. So the website was able to filter that and help with that, which was really good. Um, I think criticism would be on the pace of the website was quite slow. Um, Also criticism really around the additional bits. So once you actually book it and it comes to stage 4, when they're, trying to sell you add-ons, they're not very clear in terms of what the add-ons actually mean.
mm,
Um, on this page as well, before you put in the contact details, there looks like there's an awful lot of information for the user to look at, and that's quite overwhelming.
yeah,
So I, I don't have time as a user to look through all of these bits, and whether I need to or not, I'm not sure of. So it's quite, I think often a user would just not even bother to read all of that because it's way too much to look at
yeah,
on that summary page. All I would do if I was booking now is put in my details and pay, but not knowing what all of that actually meant.
yeah, yeah. So it needs to be a little bit more what's the word, like abbreviated. It's a lot of information to take in at one time.
It's a lot of information, and I don't understand the value of it.
Yeah.
So it's quite difficult to digest that. So, it probably would be easier if there was less information for the user to read at this point.
Okay. 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 Thank you so much for that, Tina.
No
That's
worries.
one down. We're halfway there. So if you could go to the top of your search bar and then type in rentalcars.com. Cool. And then likewise again, if you can just give me your thoughts on the main page and have a browse through, and then yeah, just review the things.
Uh, Messy, really, really messy, I think. Quite chaotic. I looking at this, immediate reaction is it just looks way too busy. There's just too much going
Mm,
on that front page. I appreciate that this is looking across all the different types of rental companies, but it looks quite overwhelming, and not it doesn't look like the most easiest to sort of look at as a user, to be honest.
okay, okay, okay. Thank you for that. Now, if you could do the same thing you did on a previous website, type in Croydon and then go to the 12th of April to the 15th. Thank you.
So here again, I can see that they're searching across all the companies.
Yeah,
Um,
still a bit slow.
Still a bit slow, but yeah. Okay, so immediately it looks like there's a lot more cars here
Yeah,
versus enterprise, because I guess they're checking against all of the different organizations rather than one.
yeah.
Um, Personally, I feel like there's way too much going on here.
Mm,
I don't really, as a user, I don't really know where I'm going. So I want to try and filter it out. So I guess I'll try and filter it here. So I, I, I don't think the location matters to me at the moment. So the price per day I'd pay, well, to be honest, I don't. I don't know. So I'd go for 100 to 150 pound a day.
Mm.
I'd then go down to see that I want an automatic car because that's what I selected before as well.
Yeah.
I'd like an SUV car because that's what I selected before. That's my preference. There's a lot of options for filters, which is quite overwhelming for someone. I think there's probably too many options for filters here. But
Okay.
I've selected the ones I selected with Enterprise, so I'll stick with SUV automatic and the price point there. So
Before you,
um
sorry,
yep.
before you click on, can you add a driver to the car if that's okay?
Uh yeah, where do I do that?
I can't tell you. um, it's just over here.
Uh I don't know how to do that. It doesn't seem to let me do that right now at this stage.
Mm.
I
Okay.
can't seem to see how to add a driver at this stage.
Okay.
Um, so now that I've put my filters in, I will still sort by lowest price first, because that's what I did with the previous one. That's how I would search for booking a car.
Yeah.
Um, so BMW is at that price point. Um, I still feel like there's just a lot of information here. It's not as clean and clear as the previous website.
Okay. Okay. This is good. This is really good stuff. Okay. So could you walk me through, or what would you do next once you selected all the filters and you're happy with
Yeah,
it?
I'm just skipping through. So I like this car, so I'll probably go for view deal on this one. So I'll click that button there. Okay, so I don't understand where it says view deal. Why is it called deal when it's a service that I need? I don't understand the terminology behind using the word deal.
Okay.
That's a bit confusing as a user. Um, okay, so here guess I'm looking at the summary page. So the summary page here looks okay. It shows me what I've got. It shows me the seats, the number of bags, whether it's an automatic, the mileage. I like the clear bit around the pickup and drop off here. Car price, price breakdown's fine. There's a lot of information here around why they're so good. I don't understand this bit. I think it's just I don't know the value of it here. I'll continue to book. Okay, so this is the protection stuff. So again, like enterprise. Okay, so it looks okay, but again, as a user, there's still I guess I'm having to click down to understand what this means and what this means and what this means.
Mm.
So, however, I think it's still clearer than the previous website, funnily enough, actually,
Mm.
which is quite weird. Um,
Mm.
it's quite clear that it gives me the options to book without full insurance or book with. I think here it seems to me that the company is urging you to go book with full insurance because that's highlighted in green. So I guess they're trying to market it that you should go for that one. So as a user, without you knowing, you'd probably click that one rather than the without full protection. So they'll be making an additional £50 if you were just to click that without thinking through it. So the use of colours here is quite, I guess it's misleading for the user, but
Mm.
you see what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
an observation there.
Yeah.
Um, the rest of it looks okay. I guess their policies here seem a bit more buried underneath and not like enterprise where there were loads of policies all on that last page.
Yeah.
So these look a bit more summarized to me, I think.
Okay.
So I'll book without full protection insurance because I'll just take the risk.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, do what you would normally do.
Okay, so this is the last page, the checkout page. So again, what if my plans change? You can get a full refund before. That's really useful to know because I don't think the previous website said that. So that's really useful. Um, the car again is summarized, the journey, the journey is summarized here, the breakdowns here. So that's all okay. I think the layout of the website is still not as clean as the other one.
Yeah,
Even though the information seems a bit more condensed, I feel the other one has a bit better flow in terms of their layout, the color, the presentation, the theme they use with the green and white versus this. There's a lot of different colors going on here, which is kind of a bit overwhelming as a user.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, well,
Um,
I won't ask you to put any of your information in. We can stop there. Um, yeah, thank
yeah.
you for that. Just a couple of questions. How was that process for you? Was it okay, or was there any like issues? It looked okay.
Um, it was easy enough to go through it. I felt this website was actually a bit faster than the previous one.
Yeah,
Overall, the website was faster. Um, However, I did feel like this actual website's a bit more clunky in terms of the amount of information there is, because it's not just car rentals, they're doing loads of other things. So there's a lot going on the website. So it's not as specific for just cars, if you see what I mean.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Was there anything specific that you expected to see on this that you did not like? What did you was there anything that you expected to see but didn't, basically?
Mm, not necessarily. The only thing I can think about is it's not as clear. So with the previous website, they had like, when you did sort of step one, step two, step three, step four, this bit wasn't as clear in terms of how many steps are still left to do to finish the booking process.
Yeah.
So that wasn't as clear. I mean, again, it was easy enough to use, but it was just quite a chaotic looking website with quite a lot of different colors and a lot more action going on, I think.
Okay. Okay. And one last question. Was there anything you were surprised to see?
Yeah, actually, I was quite surprised to see the amount of different cars here. So this one versus Enterprise, I felt like had a lot less cars. This one showed me a lot more. This one showed me a lot more of a range and a lot more sort of a remit of cars. So I guess that their reach is probably wider than the one before.
Okay. Okay. All right, Tina. I think that's it. That is everything. Um, thank you for your time. It has
No
been greatly
worries.
appreciated. But yeah, hope you have a good day and I will catch up with you soon.